Welcome back, Rico Moneybags, a channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure the bell notification stays lit like that. You guys will not miss out for any future updates when we're going live, man. Welcome in. I know the markets are, well, a bloodbath right now, right? The markets are testing everybody. I'm all cozied up because the markets are so rough out there, right? So we're going to talk about the markets for sure. We got some major giveaways today. I want to give a big shout out to the Culo community because we're going to be giving away some Culo today. Imagine that. How many channels are giving away some Culo? So make sure you guys pull up for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Get the numbers up. I know it's sometimes like, hey, maybe this is one of those times that we pull away from the charts because they're looking kind of crazy. But what's interesting enough is prices that we kind of talked about. They're moving averages that we mentioned several times over the last few days about what was going on with price. So let's go ahead and jump into some things. Let's go ahead and share my screen. Welcome in. We got the Culo Sui page in here. We got Feg Gene up in here. Welcome in the Gorillas. And of course, we got that 5K giveaway going on right now. Even with the bloodbath going on, we got a nice solid giveaway going on. So let's go ahead and start right here at the top. 3.62 trillion. Definitely pulled back, and it's crazy how we take this for granted now, because before we wanted to break over 3 so bad and we couldn't wait to be over 3, but now since we broke over 4, it's like we're so used to being over 4 that we don't even want to be by 3, right? So hey, how's it going, Jessica? Make sure you guys give Jessica a follow as well on X. But Bitcoin markets pulling back. But we're going to jump right into it. So it is red in the market. That's no secret. Things were looking good for a little bit. Now we got Bitcoin down. ETH is down. BNB is down. Solana's down. You're probably feeling a little bit down. Maybe you're not. How could you not be feeling a little bit down? Well, we've been talking about this for a while. And this is why it helps us to pull up, whether the markets are going up or down. This is how we stay sharp on what's going on, right? And we talked about, hey, when this buy signal was good, it was looking great, right? It was like, man, that looks nice. But I was like, when it's trading into this 50 moving average, and this is technically the first tap. Hey, what's up, Saphir? What's good, broski? We're going to be giving away some Culo today, Saphir. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know what jokes you got about that. Let's get you, TK, and AD to joke around the free Culo that's going to be going on today on the live stream. But right here, this is something that we talked about, right? This, breaking underneath this moving average and then kind of doing that first mouse gets a squeeze, second one gets a cheese, right? Because it does this, it goes back up, and then boom, it kind of does this. And one thing that we talked about sometimes with Blunt is the M's and W's, right? The murders and winners and stuff. And this is how this could potentially turn into a winner. It doesn't have to. It could just keep going down, right? The trend could just stay down. But this is how that first mouse gets the squeeze, second one gets the cheese tend to look like. And we know that because it was the first time that it was going to be tapping this 50 moving average. When it broke underneath it came up and tapped it right there. So were we optimistic? Of course we're bullish on the market. We want the markets to be bullish, man. We want to keep screaming and have the endorphins popping off and the euphoria in the space and everything like that. But hey, this is a reality right here. We gotta check ourselves so we don't wreck ourselves, that this is what's actually happening. And I want to add another indicator. I'm actually excited because I got a new toy that I'm going to be playing with later on, and it's the Blunt House upgraded version technical analysis indicator. We're going to be playing with that later on, setting it all up. But I do want to switch something on real quick for you guys to see. And this is something that if you guys have been pulling up to the channel, you guys already know, right? So we know this, we cover this, the bounce off of the 200 moving average. And check this out. This is why it's so cool to pull up and get this done, because on my 200 moving average indicator, it also has this parabolic SAR. And if you guys remember, I was like, yeah, I like that we got a buy signal, but we don't got a double buy signal. I like that we're bouncing off the 200, but the fact that we're going to be trading into this 50 moving average and we never flipped the parabolic SAR on the bottom to let us know that that's the way the trend was going, I was, catching some splinters, right? We've been on the fence. I think we've all been on the fence with what's going on with price action on BTC. But right now what we're seeing is another time that we're bouncing off of this 200 moving average. Yes, man. What's good, fam? What's good, broski? We got the family in the house. We got the fam in the house, and this stream is picking up really fast. Thank you guys, man. Like I said, we got a Culo giveaway, some Sui giveaway today, and all the winners from yesterday, you guys are going to be paid after this stream. I'm going to take care of all that stuff. You guys will be getting some B&B, so you guys can jump into that 5K giveaway. And actually, it's a good time to actually get into XPX. The rest of the market's pulling back. You get some really good entries on all your favorite plays, right? So right here, 106, 107 on BTC. But this is what we were talking about, this 200 moving average. It was like, okay, cool, tapped on here. But what we also mentioned was that if it failed this 200 moving average, that we would have to be ready to see some lower prices. So a lot of you guys that are on the channel right now, a lot of us shouldn't be too shocked that, hey, we failed that first test on that 50 moving average. What's nice is that at least this wick is pushing really hard on the bottom of this candle to, hold above this 200 moving average. But if it fails this 200 moving average, we'll see some lower prices. What prices are those? Well, we're talking about 103. And forget about if it falls into this gap right here. This is 93,000, 94,000. That's really going to suck. We don't want to do that, right? And this is why we got to be careful, because this is a sell signal on the daily chart right now. Going into this moving average, it can flicker right back and turn back the other way around, because, it is holding really strong support on this 200, but we definitely don't want to see, and it's right on the point of control, right on that POC. So just look how important and how these things line up together. That 200 moving average that's trailing like this ended up being right on the point of control. And that's what this price action is trying to hold on to. If it did this and went back up and broke past the 50 moving average, that'd be nice, right? This is the 50 and it went up here. That'd be awesome. We'd be happy about that, because then we'll be talking about we're back at 118. That's exciting, right? Being back at 118, we're getting close to those all-time highs. Now, where it's not exciting is if we break underneath this 200 moving average, underneath the point of control. This is why you guys need that volume profile, this indicator right here, because it gives you a lot of insight to where the price can actually be going. Instead of just snatching random prices out, you can say, hey, price likes to pull up to this section right here, because we can see all of this volume here, and it tends to come back to these sections, right? We can see this over here. So we wouldn't be too shocked that if we saw price on this side over here popping up where it's been before. And this is why we have that volume profile line going across, because we've been there before. So if we broke underneath the 200, like I said, that's that 103 right there, and obviously it would look something like this. And then what's really ugly, and I'll be honest with you guys, is that we'll play the same game of the first mouse gets the squeeze, second mouse gets the cheese, right? That shape underneath, and you can see how there's a gap down here, right? So this is why we gotta pull up nonstop all the time together. It's not to be scaring anybody. It's not to FUD anybody's back. It's so that, when it happens, we're not completely blown out of the water. Does it still suck when it happens? Yeah, it still sucks, especially because, we want to be bullish in the market. We want the markets to be bullish, but, you do have this opportunity that you can secure a little bit more capital for yourself and then take things to the next level with, either trading the alts or trading your favorite meme coins, whatever it might be, because you monetize a chart going down or you monetize a chart going up, right? Obviously, not financial advice, but we'll keep giving you guys these signals and showing you guys how these moving averages do have a big significance when we're seeing this price trade and whatnot. So BTC lows 103. If we break underneath the 200 above the 50 moving average, we'll be back at 118 before you know it, right? We'll be back at 118 before you know it. So right now, a little downtrend. What's nice, if we zoom out, we're still in a bullish trend for BTC. We got no sell signal. This could be another instance of two red candles. It's done this before, on the monthly candle where it's gone up, printed some red candles, and everybody had that, oh man, no, right? But then boom, 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 went up again, right? And some red candles again on the monthly chart. No sell signal. No sell signal. And then boom, 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 again, some red candles. So are we having an instance where, is this the same pattern again of we're just going to be making some higher lows and Bitcoin is just having, a couple red candles in an uptrend when you're looking on the monthly chart? One of the cool things, actually, if we turn off a lot of the indicators, and we talked about this, I see Delatoshi in here, I see Summer in here, and a lot of people that have been pulling up to the channel for quite a bit. And we talked about how, yeah, I understand that usually everybody calls it Uptober. And yeah, it's cool. I understand Uptober. That's cool and all that. But my birthday is in November, and I tend to remember how the markets are acting, right? And what's going on, because it's really easy for me to remember how I feel about the market during, the month of November while I'm having a good time, right? and I've been saying this for a while on the stream, like I never get too excited for October, just because I feel like it'll start to pick up towards the end. But when you zoom in and you really look, remember right here, look, this is November 6th. I mean, this is when BTC broke past his previous all-time highs. This 71K, that we crashed here. And we were talking about this. We're tracking this price. That's why we have these red arrows right here. It's like resistance, 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 and everybody's excited about October. And I understand we did start an uptrend. We can't say that we don't see, higher lows being made. But where parabolicness happened, because we did tap one more time. It's even marked right here. We tapped it one more time right there. We pulled back. And when we broke past that previous all-time high, becoming, now a support, and right here in November 6th, is when we remember that the price actually shot up to 107,000. And obviously we went a lot higher than that over a period of time. We're back in this same section. So we could be doing something very similar to this again, right? Where these are the previous tops. We're holding a support. We grab this line. See this once again, right around these previous tops right here. And this is why the point of control and these indicators are so strong, because this is why it's popping up right here. It's right on the point of control. The point of control is touching all of these, this section right here where it was very important before, even these tops. Boom, boom. The point of control is exactly on that. And we're on that very important line right there. And you can see that it's important because when we pulled back from there, we went back up. Boom, we're crashing into it. This 108 section, 109 section. We break above it. It got bullish. We found support on here. Boom, it got bullish. We found support on here. Boom, it got bullish. The minute we started losing support on this section that is obviously important, we're seeing BTC have a tough time. Lower value range, like I said, 103. We'll keep an eye on BTC. I'm optimistic. A lot of people have been asking me, how do I feel about the market? I've been very patient. It does look like a bloodbath, and it's unfortunate. But at the end of the day, what's up, Gene? I know I seen you were that first comment, bro. Pulled up super early. But November is the month. So can we have, I know everybody loves October, but it was November that made the breakout. So, and that's why, October, and you can look at other ones and stuff like that, and you can see the kind of the same thing kind of happen, even if you go further back. Into this section right here. Here goes another example of, October right here in this section. When did it actually pump? November. We're getting into the month of November where we actually see the run up of Bitcoin running up to this 71,000 from 30 something thousand. So right at the end of October and the beginning of November, you see where price really starts to take off. So yeah, it could be the calm before the storm. And if it's not, hey, we'll say, hey, we're gonna come a little bit lower. That's just what it is, right? So let's go to the next price. Let's just go to ETH, the wet noodle on the stage, pulling back crazy right now. Sell signal after sell signal. Let's turn, let's just zoom in. I know you guys can see this. It's pretty easy to see at this point. You guys been rocking with me. I know at first somebody pulls up and they're like, man, there's a lot going on, but there's not. When you start to look at it so much, your eyes just get accustomed to this. And here goes that 200 moving average. And we talked about this with ETH, the same thing with that buy signal going into that moving average. And you can see it's like, man, when you're on the south side of a moving average and you trade into it, that's a tough one. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. And again, this is what I was talking about the last couple of days, where if ETH failed like this and had the nerve to continue to the downside of underneath the 200 moving average, we would have it filled this gap. And this is why I wanted you guys to be careful. I said, I don't really trade ETH because it is like trying to hold a wet noodle. You don't want to do that. And if this thing broke underneath the 200, you don't want to get caught on that downturn to, $2,500 ETH. it might be a good idea to stable up your Ethereum for a little bit and get some cheaper ETH, because right now in this daily chart, we do have a sell signal. If we break underneath the 200, you guys know that's the biggest bear bull indicator. Look at what happens when we get underneath this right here. 3,100, it got underneath that 200 moving average. It went all the way down to 1,400. You don't want to be a part of that. You do not want to be a part of it going underneath $3,100 all the way down to, unless you're shorting it, right? But this is why we got to start to pay attention, because it's all fun and games while we're far away from the 200 moving average, and that's all fine. But we definitely don't want to break underneath this. So these are the prices that we're paying attention to on ETH, which are down here at 3,000. We don't want to see these prices because they will come really quick, because there is a volume gap that it will trade into. Or, if things turned around and it bounces off this 200 moving average, gets above the 50 moving average, can come up here to the point of control, closer to $4,500. So there's some positive sides. It could happen, right? Let's stay optimistic. Let's hold our arms together. But, if you like to short the market, you probably, you're looking at this like Mr. Burns right now. You're probably looking like, okay, if it's going to do another one of these runs like this, I'll handle that. This little pattern too, I think they call it the bat wing or something like that. Have you guys heard of that one? The bat wing. It looks like this. It's like this shape right here. It almost looks like a Batman wing. So markets will settle buying ops. You got to buy everything cheap right now. If you're bullish on the market, everything's oversold. We're definitely in oversold territory. We might even find some closer entries, and there's nothing wrong with that. I want you guys to be able to accumulate, as much as your favorite play as you can by finding these great entries, and you're like, yes, because these great entries build confidence where the normal X spaces won't shake you out of your bag. This is why we have to do this. Otherwise, if we don't do this, you know how easy it would be for people just to FUD their own bag. You don't know, how many people FUD their own bag just because, they think it's a bear market when it's a correction. Rico's birthday finna pump the market. I'm trying to, man. I've been trying to get the stars to align for us, man. But I know the month of November is usually it's usually popping, bro. I mean, we show out. We definitely do our dance. We're gonna be 2-stepping to the left, 2-stepping to the right. All right, so ETH got some scarier prices down here. If we break underneath that 3K, it can go to the north side of that stuff, closer to the point of control, 4,500, if not the upper valley range of around 5K. Let's go to BNB next. We're going to talk about Sui as well, because we do got Culo up in here. Yes, Culo. We got Culo up in here. So we're going to talk about Sui. I'm holding a bag of Sui that, honestly, I want to DCA more into Sui just to bring my dollar cost average lower, because it's just so cheap right now from when Sui was pumping a lot higher, right? So here we go right now with this thing called BNB, which I just found out that Ando has allowed everybody to trade like traditional stocks. So you could trade Tesla and all that stuff, and they put that on the Binance Smart Chain. So, that's a little bit of some of that sauce right there, whereas like BNB is a sleeping giant. Like Ando is not playing around, and they put, imagine everybody trading stocks 24/7, and it's being done on the Binance Smart Chain. It's getting bigger and bigger, and yeah, and of course we got Aster just pulling back even more. Man, I'm glad I just been sitting back on this thing and just staying away from it, because I've been tempted a couple of times, but this market has been super volatile, so I just been chilling, and just kind of just watching the market, tracking the market. Here we go right now with BNB, daily chart printing these sell signals right here. This is what we got going on. It's trying to hold on to this 50 moving average. We've tapped it before where we bounced off it and got more bullish. If we don't hold on to this, we could see something like this. And remember, like BNB, we know on this channel already, it kind of has a mind of its own. But this 200 moving average, if price starts to fall through this, it can meet this section right here. And that price on that lower valley range for BNB is around 962. We could have an instance where it wicks all the way down to this 200 moving average, just like it did when that wipeout happened. It kind of took all the steam out of the market. But just like that, BNB did hit an all-time high after the wipeout. So just to show you that, when everything kind of got wiped out, it was really hard for them to even get close to recovering or even seeming like they're doing really good, BNB the next couple of days went and actually made a new all-time high. So it can snap back really, really quick. And a lot of those snapbacks are bounces off major moving averages, right? When it bounced off the 200 down here, all of these little bounces really close to the 50 moving average, where eventually, obviously, the horse got too far away from the barn, and you see this, pullback happening right here. And I can see this M shape just hiding right here. You guys just see it right there, right? If we take away the candles, you can see that thing just, oh my God, man. I love doing TA. If you guys do not join me in the Fag chat and join Blunt on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because you will be getting some alpha up in there, man, honestly. And this is how you stay calm in the market. And I shorted Aster. Nice. You're doing good, man. You're doing good. That thing's still going down. Here goes that M shape that we see a lot, right? We got M's and W's, murders and winners. It's crazy. So right now, when we remove the candles, I mean, it's even easier. I've been playing with this like this as well. It's like, it's so much easier just to accept where we're going. If we're buying, we're buying. If we're selling, we're selling. If we hit our stop loss, then we hit our stop loss. But this is the one that wins, then we get out, or, bam, bam. Sometimes these trades are like that. They're in and out. Welcome in the Space Penguins. Welcome in, fam. Welcome in. Yes, we got a giveaway for you guys. We're going to be giving away some Culo today on the stream. This is the funniest stream because we get to say that back to back, and we got the YouTube algorithm scratching the back of their AI head, and they're like, what is he saying? Here we go with BNB. If it breaks underneath this 50 moving average, we could see these prices right here, right? This 961. So if you want to short it, this is where these shorts kind of turn into something. If you want to wait for, a bounce off of the 200 to see if you're going to trade it back up to, its all-time high, cool. If not, you can even be waiting completely and saying, you know what, when it breaks underneath the 200 moving average, I'm probably going to trade it short down here, because look at when it's above the 200. Oh, this was bullish momentum. It got underneath it right here. But every time it gets above the 200, it has bullish momentum. And the other side too, right? When it gets underneath it, it's not that pretty. It's not that fun. You get underneath the 200, you're trading way down. So maybe you're going to be waiting for a trade underneath the 200 over here, or this thing starts to break down even lower. Starts to come down to 585. Ooh, that would hurt, right? You don't want to do that. So that's why we're being smooth with it right now. We're being smooth with it right now. And right now we got sell signals. So, let the charts do what they got to do. See where that floor is at. Is it going to be right here? And then you get to buy some more BNB for the cheap. Fine. But right now we got some sell signals. Let's go to Sui next, since we got Culo up in the house. The stream is picking up really fast. I appreciate you guys pulling up. We'll put Sui on perpetuals. It seems like there's more volume on there. It gives us a lot of data, right? So this is why we see Sui pulling back as well. It's like, when you start to look at this stuff, you're like, oh, I get it. I mean, completely understand. Right underneath this 200 moving average, we're going to be bearish. This is just what happens. And granted, we're finding a support right here. We could see these prices, boom, 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 boom. There's a little shelf right here. We look backwards. You see how that popped up right away? Where the minute you look backwards, you saw this shelf right here, and we're just like this. And the minute you zoom out, this point pops up exactly where these, and this is why we have to do this. This is why we have to do multi-time fractal analysis, and we have to zoom out and look backwards to see, like, why is this shelf so important? And bam, here you find another section right here where it's been here before. So you wouldn't probably be too shocked that you see price right here trading at this range, because you've probably been tracking price for a while, right? And then you look further back and you're like, wait a minute, this happens quite often. It's happening here, it's happening there. All this, buyers and sellers trying to figure out what's going to happen in this section again right here. And if you've been tracking Sui, like I said, you're probably not that surprised that now that we're trading underneath the 200, underneath the 50, you're right here on this exact. So if you're looking for a good load up zone, let this thing flip to the other side. This has been a section where, it can turn around. Look at what happened last time it got above the 200. Last time it got above the 200, and you guys could have traded this if you were tracking Sui's price, it was 97 cents when it got above the 200 moving average. It was 97 cents. You don't have to wait for everybody to talk about it. You don't have to wait for every KOL and YouTuber or every Rico out there telling you guys this, that, and it's right here on the chart. The chart is telling you, honestly. The chart will probably tell you a lot better than a lot of spaces. But right here, 97 cents at $1. Let's give it a dollar all the way to what? Up here, 534. And so right now we got some work to do, and this is understandable. But what's cool about this section on Sui is this could be the new high where we hold now, right? Where it's not going to go down to this section because this is the floor now where it trades sideways and it holds this, $2.37. What is it going to have to do to, get back bullish? Well, we know what's up. These moving averages got to get broken, right? Right. And they're trailing in this direction where they definitely can. This thing starts trading sideways like this, breaks above that one, breaks above this one. We trade into this gap, and then we got Sui right back at $3.40. I think everybody will be very, very bullish with, Sui back at 340 will probably cause a little bit of FOMO where it can push it up to the next upper value range, which I would even love to have because a lot of my Sui is, I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. I hit on a Sui meme coin, but it was when Sui was around $4.50 or something like that. So Sui started pulling back. I DCA'd into it a little bit more around $3. I DCA'd into it a little bit more around or it was like 330 and a little bit high twos. And I said, okay, I'm just gonna wait for it to just settle, and then whatever it does, it does, and then we'll see what's good, in the future. This could be where you get your actual entry on Sui because this upper value range is a price where even I would be happy because I got to DCA and bring that cost average down on Sui well underneath $4, and this upper value range is at $4 on Sui. That's going to be good for plays like Culo on the Sui chain. That's going to be good for any play on the Sui chain because we're wrapped to these coins. So when they go up, we go up automatically. A lot of people sometimes sell their bag because they see the market cap of their favorite play going down when in reality, well, Sui just pulled his back, or BNB just pulled his back, ETH just pulled his back, and whatever you're paired to, well, guess what? It pulls the freaking price back. Okay. And that's why we got to educate each other, because I guarantee there's probably somebody in your community that doesn't even know that and thinks that the chart's pulling back because something in the project has changed, when in reality, it's the native coin pulling it back. So we're looking at a good floor on Sui right now, and this is, of course, probably a really good floor on the Culo play as well, which we're going to talk about in just a bit. And we're going to do some comparison of what Culo has done in the past, right? When it was on the Polygon chain, and just showing you guys the potential of when the hype and the FOMO is in something, how hard something can rally. So right now, this is what you want to see for Sui. And, it definitely has some incentives. The point of control is right here, which acts like a magnet. That's $3.50. Upper value range is $4. That would bring a lot of hype, not only to Sui, but also to your Culo. Let's clean this up a little bit. We'll go to Solana next, fam. And then, like I said, we'll jump to Culo on the decks. Kind of make sure we cover Solana for all the Solana people. We got a lot of people that have Solana. A lot of degens. I'm gonna call you guys out what you guys are. Well, I got degen in my blood too. Don't feel bad. It takes one to know one, okay? Remember that. So I'm with you guys in this space, right? We're all the way in this. Appreciate you guys reposting the post on X. The more numbers we get on X, the more you guys repost it. Like, go to your main accounts, go to your tokens account, go to your ghost account, go to your every account and repost the X account for your bag, not for me. Just don't do it for me. Say, hey, this guy's willing to talk about the bag that I got all my money in. Let me at least meet him halfway and repost this so we can get some eyes on our play. Let's go to Solana next. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Appreciate you guys, man. I mean, we're pulling up when a lot of people don't even want to look at a chart right now. They're like, Rico, no. We are all in the DeFi trenches together. True, bro. True. Only the strong will survive. Here we go with Solana on the daily chart. Again, if you guys have been rocking with me, we're not too shocked of where we're at right now. And we have some downside risk to be talking about, right? And that's why we do this. Sui needs more plays like Culo that can pump it like the Solana was pumped last year. Absolutely. Honestly, bro, there's not even that much action over there. That's why, even pushing this Culo play is so undervalued that all it would take is to get one of the Sui plays like trending on the Sui chain. Like, if you look on Dex, there's like some walrus thing way overbought already on there. It's like all we got to do is make some things shake like a Culo and it'll really make it'll really catch a lot of people's attention, but it's going to happen at the same time when the Sui chain is picking up. Like, the Sui chain overall has been like, it's got punched in the stomach. But if you're a smart investor, this is when smart money starts to come in. When the markets are fearful, you're greedy. And when the markets are greedy, you're fearful. And you could see that was true, because when the markets were super greedy up here, buying up Solana at 245, everybody was chewing up that Solana. Said, God, I'm greedy on Solana. I'm greedy on Solana. And there was somebody that said, you know what? I'm fearful on Solana. And you know who that person was? And it's probably a lot of you guys as well. We're going to talk about Blunt House as well, his page, and you guys can send him a DM and get in contact with him. So like that, you guys can figure out what's going on in the market. These indicators kind of let us know that, hey, the markets are greedy right now. Yeah, they're greedy. They're a little bit too greedy right now. And it was up here. We got our first, right after this nice little run at 239 that it was saying, hey, possibly a good time. And maybe you're like, you know what? I want to stay a little bit longer. Maybe I'm going to wait till I see another top so I can identify a trend, right? And maybe that's where I'm staying at, because it likes to bounce off the 200 or off the 50. And that's fine. But right here, this was where that signal happened. 237, you could have took your profits from when? From over here. From the first break above the 200, this could have been your insurance. You get your buy signal. I don't really like to trade into the moving averages. So sometimes this happens right here. And it's easy for you to get the buy signal when it's all happening right in that section, and you can, boom, you get in perfectly. But I'd rather pay the insurance these days. I've learned my lesson, where it's like, let me get a buy signal above this. I don't even care about this no more, because once I know I'm above the 200 off that buy signal, this is the kind of price action that I got, and I can trade this. And this is from down here at 158 to 250 and some change. And right now, we got to say, hey, well, what's going on today with this, and what's the signals looking like? Well, we've been bouncing on this 200 moving average. We have to be a little bit worried, because obviously when it keeps hitting it, it could break through this. And right now, when this sell signal is right on this moving average and all that stuff, and you got, a little volume gap right here, and you got another one that follows, you might want to ask yourself, do I want to, possibly wait for 150 Solana to load up? Because this is a sell signal on the daily chart. We want to kind of respect these. If you made money on it, sometimes you get long trades. Sometimes it's a runner. Sometimes it's not. And you got to ask yourself, do I want to, hey, I had these trades. It was trading into the 50 moving average. It was a major moving average. So, I kind of expected that maybe I was only going to get a trade out of it. Maybe it wasn't going to be a runner, because, we were already on the south side of the 50. And a lot of times, this is the first break underneath it right here. The first attempt is going to fail, right? So maybe you're looking for that one trade, and that's fine. But if not, then that most likely we're going to see a little bit cheaper prices on Solana. So right now, we could be seeing some lower prices at around 157, especially if we break underneath this 200 moving average and close. It's trying to hold on. We got buyers pushing up on this thing really hard. But right now, the markets are bearish overall, right? And here goes another example of trading underneath this 200 moving average up here, 217. It said, Jack Crypto, get out. Saphir, get out. Dante, get out. Culo, Sui, get out right here. 217, get out. I was like, okay, cool. I'm out. We haven't, since on this 4-hour chart, since 217, we have not gotten above the 200 moving average. So this is why you see where all these attempts that fail are met with a little downtrend right afterwards, right? Because the buyers are like, man, we didn't get it done. What does Blunt say? Go buy some more chocolates or some more flowers and chocolates until it happens. Not enough flowers and chocolates. Okay, go get some more flowers and chocolate. Get a little more flowers and chocolate. Oh, you almost got it. You almost got it right there, but nope, not enough quite. So right now, we can see why this is kind of bearish right now. When we go to the 4-hour chart, since 217, it's been looking kind of bad. We want to get above that 200 moving average. And for me, these days, it's a lot. You can have the anxiety, you can have all that. Either wait and be patient for, my trades above the 200 moving average. Everybody's agreed it's the biggest bear bull indicator. So if you use the biggest bear bull indicator, but with some extra filters like the Blunt House indicator that has a plethora of tools to give you, you have a competitive edge on top of that biggest bear bull indicator, that 200 moving average, right? So right now, yes, 177. Delatoshi, you think Would you be shocked if we seen 177 again, Delatoshi? Honestly, like we're on the 4-hour chart. We got rejected at the 200 moving average. Are we going to be shocked that this lower value range once again, bro, is just waiting for us at 177? It's like, here it goes again. So this thing likes to repeat itself. And this could be the section where you're like, okay, well, I do know that there's a trade-off for that. But I also want to make sure that I'm doing that above the 200 when it happens. Wait for this 200 to be matching there. And it's like, boom, there it goes. Yeah, Saphir too. It's like, there we go. All right, so let's go to Culo right now. We got you guys up in here. We got Culo in here. We're going to be doing a Culo giveaway too, so I think it's pretty cool. And I think Culo has some great tools that I think is some great utility that most people are not talking about. And I think it's kind of like a hidden gem of Culo, right? And what I'm talking about is actually the Telegram bot that helps you get into Culo, letting you, convert your Solana or whatever you might have into just moving right over into. Oh, they got a space today too, so nice. So they got a space. Let me share this for you guys as well. And you guys can come here and ask some questions. Say, hey, how thick is that? This might be a PG-13 stream today, or a little bit high. I don't know. Rated M for mature. But here we go right here. I think one of the cool things that they have that is slept on is that they actually have the tool for you guys to be able to, swap and be able to make that happen, right? So this is the cool little portal right here. I'm not sure if this one's actually the swap. Let me make sure. Let me post this one anyway. Oh, this is the announcement. So I'm going to post this as well so you guys can check this out. And then we're actually going to find the bot, and then we'll jump into some things because, okay, here goes the swap bot. I thought it says that. Okay. So to me, I think this is slept on because I think the Sui space needs this. So if you guys want to get into, this giveaway for Culo, if you guys want to receive your earnings, you're going to have to join the Culo Telegram. So I'm going to grab their official Telegram group as well. You guys, okay, that was the same one right there. Okay. So I'll post it again just to make sure it's the same link, which it is, but hey, why not? Make sure you guys join that Telegram. Let them know Rico sent you guys. And then we're going to get into this giveaway right now. Like, I know the markets have been testing us. We got into this play right around this section right here. And yeah, we get in when it is some alpha. And I still think that Sui in all together is some alpha, because when you come and check this out, I mean, there's not really nothing shaking on this. If we can get the Culo to shake on this right here and we break some market caps, you don't think some of the whales from some of these higher market caps would look for a nicer entry on something that could potentially pump? Like, there's literally nothing popping off over here. And if we can get this Culo to pop off and, get back above that 200K and start going towards that 500K, we got ourselves an entry that, most times only the devs and their friends get in. We're sitting at 121K market cap right now. And a lot of these things with this space is, if you build it, they will come. You have to build it up. The community has to be strong. And you have to also understand, let people know, like, hey, it's not just us. It's not that nobody likes what we got over here. The rest of the market is going through this pullback, right? So it's better for us to hold some floors, grow the floors, so that when the market turns around, and just like how when Sui pulls back, there's a negative effect on, our overall market cap, then it's easier for us to bounce from 200. Because if we get to 200K right now, or we get to 500K right now market cap, at these Sui prices, and then Sui goes back up to $5, it's going to be way easier to create some FOMO around this Culo and get this thing, percolating. And it's time for the percolator. I know I have to hit him with that. Oh my God. But I think that we got ourselves a really good play right here. I know Sui's taking a hit, the rest of the market's taking a hit, but the community has to understand that it's just this right here, and we found this. So look at this little rally right here. This felt good, and 200K, but let's get above this and hold this so that when Sui, put some wind underneath our wings, it's easy to get to that 500K. We'll build that volume up. A lot of people on Sui will raid some of these other posts from some of these big projects. We'll do some cross-pollination, put some Culo on their face, and let them know that we're here, because eventually they won't be able to resist, and it'll be even harder for them to resist past a $1 million market cap. And I'm going to show you guys why right now. And then we're going to talk about the giveaway for Culo. Okay, everybody. So, but make sure that you guys are engaging right now. And I want to show you guys another Culo. Okay. So I don't want to get one Culo jealous with the other Culo, because it's the same Culo. Okay, just got done up a little bit. Like I said, this is a rated M mature stream today, everybody, which I'm having a little bit of fun. Let's be honest. The markets are not that fun, but we might as well make it a little bit of fun. Otherwise, it's like, come on. Plus, when Sui pumps, Culo will pump with it. That's what we want, man. That's what we want. So right here goes a little example of this Culo right here. These cheeks. You guys remember these cheeks? You guys remember these, right? This happened at one time. And I remember you guys seeing this. And there was a moment. What was going on during this time, right? There was the Polygon hype was going on, right? There was all that Polygon stuff was going on, and the Polygon hype was so bullish. But this is something that actually had to that happened, right? This thing launched, and this is what the chart looked like. You know, it's looking like this. It launched, and the boom, boom, boom started dropping down. Sweet. Cheers. Oh, we got some more cool. If you are interested, join the Telegram. You can put 2 and 2 together and it'll clap. Oh wow. Oh yeah. It's just one of those streams, fam. It's just one of those streams. So right here, let me show you this chart though. So right here, a lot of people, okay, cool. It went all the way up to $5.5 million market cap, started to pull back, and people are like, oh man, that sucks. But look at how quick these things turn around. And they're like, oh man, okay, never mind. We had that pump, and then okay, and then it's like, oh man, that was fun. And this is what that chart looked like before that. And when we go to the other one, I mean, the chart looks very similar. Now, the market cap is a little bit different, obviously, and whatnot like that. And I think it's because where the overall market condition is at compared to where the euphoria was of the market when this Culo was, shaking and baking. But right now, we're waiting for that, and you're seeing kind of this similar pattern. And this is what we do is we talk about these patterns. And then this thing went all the way up to 40 something million dollar market cap. And granted, yes, obviously we know, it went away, but we have the relaunch. We have this resend, this Sui opportunity on, to me, it's a lot easier to get on Sui and do Sui than it is Polygon. I'm not really a big fan of the Polygon chain. You guys can let me know if you guys are. I'm holding some meme coins on there. If they pop off, then they pop off. But this is that same chart where, hey, when we come over here to this, we zoom out, this could be that same section, right? Where it was like it launched, it starts to come down, it starts to consolidate, right? And it looked just like this starting off. It looked just like this. We just need that next section to happen. How does that next section happen? Well, we start building some floors together. We start pushing on this thing, and then we have the market put some wind under our wings at the same time because we keep growing this bag all the way. And then you have some of that momentum build up on Culo. So come over here, give Culo a follow over here at Culo Sui. So at Culo Sui. And let's go ahead and jump into this StreamYard giveaway right now. You guys are going to have to put, put money sign, right? Hashtag Culo. Oh, do a capital. Culo in the chat right now. More giveaway right now. So hashtag Culo. Cash tag. Make sure you guys, it's the cash tag Culo. Get it in right now. Get your entries in. Don't miss out. I might even get in. And if I win, we'll double it and give away some more. You guys are putting hashtag. It's cash tag. Don't miss out. It's the money sign Culo. Money sign Culo, everybody. Money sign Culo. There we go. There we go. Okay, if you guys are listening over on X right now, it's very important to come over to YouTube and post this just like that. This is what you got to post in the chat. So if you're listening over on YouTube, come over here and spam it in the chat and get your entry in for some free Culo. If you've been looking for a way to diversify your funds and you've been saying, okay, I'm on the BNB chain, I'm on the Solana chain, I've been doing my thing on all these different chains, but I've been looking for a way to get on another chain. Well, this is an easy way to learn about Sui, to learn about a new community, and you'll probably start buying Sui on the low, and then later on thank me and be like, you know what, because I got that Culo play that we were having fun, and I got that Culo, and I got a nice little bag, and I added a little bit, and I wanted to get some more Culo, and you know what, I bought some Sui in that time, and I just said, you know what, let me hold some Sui too, since I bought it so cheap at $2.26, and next you know, Sui turns into be, a Solana maybe next year, maybe 2 years from now. But if you bought Solana at 226 and you see Solana right now cruising at 183, you really don't care how many years it took, right? If you're just holding it long term because you're bullish on the idea of Sui. And I think a lot of people should go look into Sui. I think Sui has a lot of potential when it comes to onboarding users through their crypto wallet via email, right? And you think about getting retail in here. And one of the reasons that Coinbase does so good is because it kind of uses traditional style of onboarding people, right, via email. And when you talk about the partnerships like with the games that they did with the Pokemon game, right? The Pokemon Go game, and you talk about everybody's email like on these games, like playing Pokemon Go, and they got an email and they make a wallet and it's a Sui wallet, like and people don't have to worry about their seed phrase and stuff like that, and you automatically don't have to go through this where somebody can just update their app, their Pokemon Go app, or update whatever app is going to start to integrate that, and now that app already has through their email basically a Sui wallet on there so they can buy stuff for their Pokemon or whatever it might be. And a lot of these things take time. A lot of this stuff don't happen overnight, but I know that they didn't make that deal with the Pokemon Go people for a 6-month deal or just for fun or just for, hey, we'll see what happens in a year. It's like, no, they're playing the long game. Those boardrooms are playing the long game on us. The boardrooms played the long game on us. I'm actually going to post this right here and give you guys the opportunity. There's going to be some buy pressure coming on this. Just be ready. Remember that I told you guys so. I know most people are like, what? I don't know. It's at 120. You told us at 200K. It looked good right here. I'm like, hey, okay. All right. I mean, the people in this are very dedicated, even at this market cap. They seen what the last one did, 40-something million. You'll really like that. And people are that dedicated at this market cap, they definitely want to take this thing a lot higher. So we've seen this happen many, many times. The banana S31. I'll show you guys another chart. I mean, man, sometimes the way we do this is crazy. Right here, this one right here. This is one that I told everybody to get, and simply off of degen math, and the chart was looking disgusting. Nobody would have wanted this. The chart was looking crazy. The chart was looking like this. The chart was looking like this. And I said, you know what? I think this banana is cutest ever. I mean, this is a cute banana. Let me show you guys this banana. This is how I did the degen math. And I was like, hey, probably a good time to get a bag of this. What happened here? Okay. They need to update their website. They got too much money to be playing around with that. Here goes this banana. I mean, that's a cute banana. Who's not going to buy that? How dare you see a banana like this with those adorable eyes and not get a bag with all the other silly stuff we bought in this space? It's like, you see a banana with these cute, adorable eyes, you get a bag of that. You don't make it too difficult for yourself. So I haven't seen if there has to be the cutest banana I've ever seen in the meme coin space. And that's degen math. That's why this is not financial advice. You don't want to be taking financial advice from a guy who said this thing's adorable. Get a bag. But if you've been seeing these patterns quite often and you know that meme coins like that have a lot of power, yeah, boom. This is what happened afterwards. And even right here, I remember this section when it started trading sideways, the markets were kind of shaky. And I was like, if you guys missed this thing when the chart was ugly, I'd say get a little bit of this banana and that peanut butter jelly. I see you, Profit Bear. I was like, get it right here. I mean, this thing could rocket. There's a banana on a rocket. It literally could take off. And, boom, this is what we had all the way up to 600 and something $1 million market cap. The charts, they don't always look perfect. And sometimes it's the people behind it or the meme. And, you do a little bit of a different type of degen math. And granted, this could have went nowhere. I mean, Cookie was another one. Keep putting cash. I'm milking this to let you guys get in for this giveaway. All right. So yeah, this is why I'm showing you guys some examples. We're not on TradingView. You can't just type it. This was another one. And another play right here where a lot of people are not talking about it. Maybe the chart's not that exciting for people. It's not happening that good. And I'm like, you guys might want to check this thing out. This was another, chart that at first was not looking that great. I was like, man, it started off. I was like, but there's no way that it could start off at this market cap and this thing not start to turn around with what they're doing. And here we go. This is another one that I told you guys about. All the way to what? 768 million. Why? Because who doesn't like cookies? That's why. All right, let's have some fun. Let's see how many entries we got, man. Make sure that we got 111 entries, man. I like that. So make sure that you guys are in the Culo Telegram. Like if you guys are not in there, you're not gonna get your Culo. Your hands are gonna be empty. All right. I'm trying to hook you up. All right, let's get ready. And you know what? We'll do 2 Culo giveaways just to get you guys in the door. I think this is the easiest way to get you guys, hey, possibly even learning more about Sui, because now you got some Culo in your wallet. So we'll run 2 of them. Make sure you guys stay tuned in for that. You guys are going to join the Telegram. We'll do one right now. All the winners from yesterday's stream will be also paid after this stream. So just be patient on that. You guys know that, hey, that's just what we do, right? So, and then we'll keep it moving and grooving because we do have a 5K giveaway that I want to talk about with XPX. We got some amazing things going on right around the corner. Keeping our foot on the gas, even with the markets testing us. We just keep doing what we got to do. You know, that's just what it is. And that's why I appreciate this channel. We keep moving forward. We'll also talk about Blunt's channel as well. We'll have him on next Wednesday. We had like almost 1,100 people on the last stream with Blunt. A lot of people sent me some DMs. We got people signing up for Blunt stuff. And I think that you guys should probably DM him and sign up for his technical analysis indicator, at least for 30 days. I think you honestly owe it to yourself. Guys, you guys know I don't really push anything like that on the channel. Like we talk about cryptocurrency coins and stuff like that, but really outside of like, you know, getting some kind of course or something like that or anything like that, I really don't. But this right here is powerful for you guys to be able to, and I rock with the channel so much. I want you guys to be able to have those tools, right? And they're great tools. They're great tools. So let's pull this first winner right here. Definitely, if you guys are listening on X or listening on YouTube, you guys, as you're pulling them, still put hashtag Culo, the money sign Culo, just like this up above. So like that, you guys can get in. We'll do another one as well. And then we'll also talk to the Culo theme in the coming days to, you know, get some people up here to talk about Culo while they're bullish on it, and possibly do even another Culo giveaway. If you guys already want to get warmed up to that, you guys want to just put hashtag Culo to enter. You guys might want to just go ahead and join that Telegram now. So like that, you guys don't miss out on the updates of when that's going to happen. All right. So we got 149 entries, just about 150. Let's get one more person in here, one more entry, and then we'll pull this. There it goes right there. You made it just in time. Oh, somebody else made it just in time. So I know a lot of people are listening on X, and they think that if it works over there, it won't take your entry on X. All right. You have to be over here on YouTube. Here we go. If I win, I will double it, and we'll do another spin. But I got to play it too, you know? I just can't. Okay, Rockstar Made 9. What is your @ handle in Telegram? Because if you don't give it to me, they're going to have Rockstar Made 10, Rockstar Made 11. They're going to have a whole bunch of rock stars in there rocking out, trying to get your winnings. And I'm going to try to save your bag by having your @ handle ready. And make sure you join that Telegram right away. I'm going to share that link again while you're getting your Telegram handle ready. And yeah, and then we'll be wrapping it up in just a bit because we do have a space, XPX space. And yeah, we had a solid stream. Let's go. You won, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. What's your @ handle, fam? Got to get that @ handle for you. So let's go into XPX right now as we're waiting, and then we'll wrap it up. We got about 6 minutes before we jump into the XPX space. I don't want you guys to miss out for that. Just a bullish space hanging out. Okay, cool. Send me one. Perfect. See, I'm already in your DMs, Rico. You got me messed up, bro. I'm a winner. I've been a winner. Okay. Love seeing the gorillas up in here. Love seeing everybody supporting. Come over here, support. Easy entry right now on XPX. We'll jump over here to XPX. Make sure you guys also jump into that Culo Telegram so you guys can tap in for your winnings. Make sure you guys don't miss out. So come over here, man. I mean, one of the healthiest charts right now with crypto shaking how it is. This is good, fam. We move with the market. Okay. We move with the market. XPX holds strong. We got tons in asset backing. We got our supply staked up. And more than anything, we got a rock solid community. We have a rock solid community. And that's why we're holding just underneath $1 million market cap really strong. We are just at 1.5, getting close to that $2 million market cap, where we're going to give away 5K to one lucky winner. But the rest of the market pulled back, and everybody kind of pulls back a little bit when the markets are like this. It's understandable. We've been in it so long that, hey, the last time the market had a downtrend, we had a downtrend with it. And what's nice about that is that when the market does have an uptrend, we also have a uptrend with it. So, we're right here over 16 months old, just pushing and delivering back to back, say what you mean what you say, delivering off-ramp solutions, not just for individuals, but for also businesses, also providing businesses the feature to do payroll, to be able to pay their employees, and their employees to be able to off-ramp that cryptocurrency that they were paid in. Especially, we're seeing a lot of businesses being created in Web3 from projects. So this is the perfect time, as this starts to develop, to not only offer off-ramp solutions to individuals, but also off-ramp solutions to businesses. And these businesses offer that to their employees if they want a portion of their salary in cryptocurrency, so that they can choose to either hold it in their XPX Pay portal account and just hold it in that wallet, or off-ramp it using a MasterCard, virtual card, or non-KYC bill payments, non-KYC gift cards. So a lot of cool things, a lot of cool features, especially when this is what the space is supposed to be about. If you guys are interested in this is live and operating over 6 figures in paid orders. People are using this, right? No matter, especially now, the markets are bad, markets are good. You got to put gas in your car. Your car still takes gas, whether Bitcoin's pumping or not. That gas light comes on. You got to put gas. Whether Bitcoin's pumping or not, you probably want to pay your mom's bill. Go right here, non-KYC bill payments. Click on the United States, do some non-KYC bill payments. Do it in Solana. Maybe help somebody get hip to crypto, because they're like, well, I didn't know I can pay bills with it like that. So yeah, you can actually pay bills for it instead of just holding USD and it stays at that same price. You could be holding Solana pumps, and Solana's price action can literally pay some bills for you, just because the price of Solana appreciates quite often, right? So come over here to xpxpay.com, where you guys can learn a lot more about the cards. Go to Crypto Bill Pay and sign up for your guys' card. If you guys are a business that wants to sign up, here goes the link for this right here. Register your business account. And if you guys want to upgrade your business account, let me know, so you guys can do payroll features and pay your employees in cryptocurrency. And then, they can choose how they want to off-ramp that crypto. And it's in one order, bulk send. So you're going to be saving on fees. All right. So that's going to be massive for people who, as their employees grow, the number of their employees grow, you're not going to be wanting to send a bunch of transactions separately. You're going to want to be able to send it all at once. And that is some pure alpha that's right there in the space. And that is not priced into XPX. Doesn't know how to quite appreciate that yet, but that is going to be something that people are going to use in businesses, right? Because it's just going to be cheaper for them to, instead of paying every person one at a time, they can use this payroll feature and do a bulk send and save on gas fees. Super bullish. All right. Another thing I want to cover before we wrap it up and get to the space that we have, we're going to go to the X account really quick. It's Just Shop Crypto. It's Just Shop Crypto right here. Right here. We got Just Shop Crypto right here, which is extremely bullish. We got several projects already here. You guys see my order going out for the venue that we're going to be at. And this is what this is cool about, right? Because we have this right here, where this is not only just a crypto shop, but this is a great way to get your community active. This is a great way to have merch on the ready if you have an event coming up, kind of like the venue that we have coming up for XPX in San Diego, right? So super bullish to be able to, just on tap, get what you guys want, or hey, run a limited edition merch line, just like Kendu and XPX did right here, and have some fun with some of the spooky stuff that's going on and get some of the community engaged. And we've seen a lot of the community get engaged with this. This Kendu community, if you guys come over here and check out Kendu, go to their X account. Shout out to the Kendu Chads. and you scroll down to their page, you're going to see a lot of people with the spooky drip. Like a lot of people have been having fun with this, making posts. Just scroll down, you'll find people. Here goes some of that spooky drip post right here. Super bullish. I mean, the community's engaging. They're loving it. And I'm excited to see the people just like use Just Shop Crypto for what it's supposed to be, much more than just a merch store. It's an opportunity for you to get your community engaged by rocking this merch and not just calling it the XPX merch store or the Kendu merch store or the Culo merch store. This is to get cross pollination. This is to, get the the veteran token to look at your project, to get the Kendu people to look at your project, to get, hey, maybe Zach Humphreys. You guys know who Zach Humphreys is, right? Maybe Zach Humphreys to check out your stuff because, you're making a post with the Zach Humphreys ZH brand, but also your Culo hat on, right? Or your ZH brand and your XPX hat on, or something like that. And that cross pollination. And we've been seeing that from the communities where people have been rocking with this. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. But this is a great way. So you got Zach Humphreys on here, his personal brand. You got Zach Humphreys Crypto Breakfast Club on here, which is, doing really good as well. And you got the Kendu community on here. Bam, right? You have the vet token community on here, and this is going to keep growing. There's going to be another one listed very soon, and this is going to give you guys more exposure to more projects, more communities, but also those communities to break out of their echo chamber. Otherwise, you end up like Easter Island, and everybody's trying to figure out who built it, how they build it, who put this here, how they do it. Because if you cut everybody off, you're not gonna the word is not gonna spread about what you got going on. So if you're proud of what you got going on and you like what you got going on, get it on Just Shop Crypto and get some cross-pollination on your guys' products and get some people excited about why your product is a go-to product, right? Or go-to project. Let's go to our X account and then we'll join the XPX space, which is already running right now. We'll be running in there right after this stream, but let's go through the motions. Let's finish this up. Sometimes this is just putting in the overtime on the overtime, where you got the space going, you got the space going, you got the stream going, and then we jump and meet everybody in there. So if you guys want this continuation to happen, I want you guys to come over here and join me in here because we do have a 5K giveaway going on right now. We also have the venue coming up. You guys saw the merch is already on its way, being delivered to San Diego so that we can be turned up over there and give away some XPX merch and let people know what we're doing over here. And we're still doing what we're supposed to be doing. What's the first letter of the next project on? Oh, that's Sharon. I think it will give it away. I think it will give it. It might give it away. It might give it away. It's bullish, though. It's a massive community. I think it really is a testament to our community. And people see how much XPX community raids all of this stuff that's being purchased, like all the merch that's people see the merch from Just Shop Crypto all around X. They see it, right? And that's a big shout out to our community. Our community's rating, shilling, reposting this, and it has a massive impact. And I think with big communities like Kendu and the next community that we're about to have listed on here, which is really massive, I think we could have a really positive impact for all of our projects. And that's really entirely what I really want to happen, because you have to provide value to the marketplace for the marketplace to provide value. A lot of people want take with no give. And I think this exposure and cross-pollination that we have on Just Shop Crypto is important for the space. And that's why it's called Just Shop Crypto. And it's not called XPX merch, Culo merch, Kendu merch, Feg token merch. I don't want to be called that. I want it to be the Macy's of cryptocurrency. I want people to shop around. I want people who, went there for some shoes to be like, what the heck? Is that some Kendu? I came in here for a hat, for something else. I came in here for a veteran hat. What is this limited edition merch? Isn't that what happens when you're shopping in the store? Is everything in your cart when you're about to check out what you went in there to buy? Heck, you might even not even have the thing that you went in there to buy and have a cart full of stuff that wasn't even the stuff to buy. So why are we not doing that in crypto? Why are we not doing that recipe that works everywhere? Whether you're going to Target, Walmart, doesn't matter where you're going. How many of you guys have had stuff inside of the cart that is not even what you went to go get? You might not even have the one actual thing that you went and have 17 items of stuff that you didn't even want to have. So that's what Just Shop Crypto is all about. And that's why it's called Just Shop Crypto. So coffee on me. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. I'm drinking one right now, but I'm going to get another one. Thank you so much. I love me a coffee, bro. That's the truth, bro. That's all I want, right? Just a coffee. So I want you guys to come over here and join us. We did a Culo giveaway. Make sure you guys join that. I'm actually going to save the next Culo giveaway for the next stream. How about that? So tomorrow there's going to be another Culo giveaway. Instead of doing both Culo giveaways today, because we got the XPX space, we're going to wrap it up right on the hour mark, a little bit over the mark. Sometimes we go a little bit over. What can we say? Starbucks. Yeah. Yeah. They started it, bro. They started it. All the way from Ireland, baby. Let's go, man. Much love and respect, bro. Much love and respect to all of Ireland, right? Love you, bro. Love you and your family. Much love and respect. Come and join us, everybody, over here. And like I said, tomorrow we'll do another giveaway. We're just giving crypto away while the markets are dumping and flooding everybody. We're like, oh my God, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. You know what? Come over here. It's cool. We're going to hang out in this space, and then tomorrow we're going to give away some more cryptocurrency. So thank you guys for pulling up for this stream, man. Over 500 people live. Really close to we're really close to 600, but absolutely amazing numbers. We'll be doing another crypto giveaway, and man, get ready for the month of November. I'm going to make a lot of you guys Rico, and it's not going to even matter that the markets are doing what the markets are doing. So the streams being hot like this is exactly what we need, so we can get a lot of attention from everybody when we make sure that everybody's getting Rico. And that's what we need to do. So everybody getting rich on the stream is what we make happen. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me, man. Join us in this X space. I'll see you guys up in there. Thank you guys so much. Much love and respect. Later, fam.
I gotta tell you, I've been looking forward to meeting you for a long time. I'm a huge fan. John Wick.
John Wick. It's John Wick. John Wick.
John Wick.
What do you got there?
Evening, John.
Evening, Jim. Noise complaint.
Noise complaint.
What do you want to do? What do you want to